if it's coming from a place of trying to put down anybody else, let's say genders or things like that, that's not empowerment. You know, you don't have to step on others to rise up.
You don't have to bring others down to put yourself up.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole point. We
I
could all win.
advocate for men too. I do.
100%. Right. And that the truth is, I feel like this is, and I feel like this is the same conversation for almost like for people that try to be oh yeah, but all lives matter. It's like, homie, yeah, but the whole point is we're allowed to say Black Lives Matter right now because shit's crazy. I feel like when you narrow it and make it about one group or one thing, then you're going against the message. Because if you're all about women empowerment, then you're belittling the other side, and then you can't expect nobody to be on that, and vice versa. Same thing with all the it's mind-boggling to me that so many men are on this red pill ideology with and so many people think that that's how to get men. That's how to get women. That's the right way. And it's like bro, like to me it's closeted homosexuality. It's men that don't know how to deal with women, men that are like the nerds in school that didn't get women, and now they're telling people online how to pretend how to get women. And it's like, fool, you meet these people in real life, that's not how it is. Like these are dorks. Like just because you're buying bottles in the club and the girls are there for the bottles doesn't mean they're really there for you. The bottle goes away, and you know, like I see it firsthand. Like I've grown and born and raised in Miami, so I guess I don't know, for better or worse, you know how to decipher. And now on the internet, it's hard to kind of decipher what.
Well, and look at those men. They're talking about empowering other men, but they're not. They're teaching them all the wrong things, and that's, like I said, on both ends, that's coming from a place of ego. That's not depth.
Right, and it's materialistic, and it's kind of like you said, you're supposed to dress up and feel yourself.
Yeah.
But that's for you. That's for you to be like, yo, I'm that bitch. I'm that guy. I'm that Chico. You feel me? It's that energy. You feel me? You're supposed to do that. When you're saying, nah, I gotta put on the Louis V because he's wearing the Ross. It's like, homie, why are you even thinking about that? Like it's perspective. And I feel like nowadays, especially with social media, full circle moment to how we kind of started the conversation. We have our phones constantly, and it's so easy to just log into somebody else. Low key, we're logging into our page, but we're logging into other people's lives because you're just seeing their highlight reels. Nobody's gonna post, yo, this is my argument with my wife. Oh, and the crazy part is people do that. That's how messed up the human psychology is. You see people posting their arguments and their worst parts, and trying to get something out of it, thinking that, yo, look, this is my partner.
I don't trust people like that, because how are you going to love somebody or be with somebody and then expose them or try to do that to them? You know, it's not real.
And here's the thing. My thing, Kat, is at that moment, that person that's exposing the person, you're already crossed the bridge because you know you and that person are going to work out. But be selfish about it and think about your future partners. Why are you going to do that to any future partner? Because they're going to look back and be like, oh, you did that to your past partner.
Exactly.
That's like me, how I look at cheaters. You know, you're a frivolous girl, whatever, we hook up, but you're cheating on your man with me or with another guy. Like, you don't think I'm gonna think you're gonna do that with me or anybody else? Like, it's
and I've talked about this a little bit. Just cheating in general, especially as a woman, like, and you have a husband or a man, you know, you're putting them in danger because they can't protect you if they don't know what you're doing, what kind of situations you're putting them in. You know, that's not love. You gotta look out for your partners.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy. This world is crazy. You know, you never know what people are dealing with. You never know what situations you're putting yourself into, and you know, all it takes is one moment. You know, and
you don't know.
And you can ruin your life, somebody else's life, everybody's life for one thing. So be selective of the people you hang out with. You know, life is so short. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.